Yeah,
So.
Jared Goff he's a very underrated quarterback, and I'm not a big believer in Jared Goff. Like as far as I, I think it's more because I'm not a big believer in Dan Campbell ever being able to get a team to a Super Bowl because he tends to lose them more games than he wins them.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know if Jared Goff. I just think that he is an accurate passer. I think that he can put up numbers, and I think that in the right system, he can be a top 5 type quarterback.
Yeah. Let me talk about Dan Campbell. Combs, I'm kind of with you. I don't think Dan Campbell may never even leave the Detroit Lions back to an NFC championship game. Not because he's not a good coach, not because they don't have a good team. He takes too many damn risks. Like sometimes you just got to take the points and walk away. Let's flash back to week 5 last season when they played the Dallas Cowboys. They had 4 times at a 2-point conversion or a touchdown or whatever it ultimately was, and
Yeah.
he missed them all 4 times. If you just would have took the field goal or the extra point or whatever it was, you probably would have won that game. And
Why don't you flash back to the NFC title game where they had a 14-point lead and they were walking all over San Francisco
yeah,
and had a chance to put points on the board twice and go up 17, and then they would have gone up 20. But instead, both times he went for it on 4th down and missed. And even right afterwards, when they interviewed George Kittle afterwards, George Kittle said, as soon as they missed that second field goal, we knew we were coming back to win this game. You let teams back in when you in the NFL, man. You cannot take points off the board. Sure, sometimes it works, and people think that you're a great coach and all that. But when it doesn't work, especially in an NFC title game, and you let a team with Christian McCaffrey on the field, you're not going to take more points. You're not going to go up by 3 scores instead of 2.
right.
That is why, to me, like I love Dan Campbell. I think he would be a great coach, but somebody's got to take the play calling away from him. Somebody's got to say, "Hey, you don't get to make the decision on whether or not we go for it on 4th down," because it's bad.
Well, yeah, I mean, and again, if you want to flash back to the 49ers game, the 49ers used a 4th round pick on a kicker. Obviously, going up beyond a field goal, beyond a touchdown, is taking that kicker out of the game. I mean, besides Christian McCaffrey, that kicker might be the most dangerous player on that field. I'm not trying to take away from Debo or George Kittle or anything, but the simple fact of the matter, a kicker is very, very valuable. Look at Justin Tucker. Look at Harrison Buckner. That's why they get paid. And John says no gluts, no glory. They got screwed in Dallas. No, they didn't get screwed in Dallas. But
how did they get screwed in Dallas?
It was so. If you remember that play, Combs, they had 5 linemen walk over to the ref saying, "I'm eligible. No, I'm eligible. No, I'm eligible," and they didn't get the right person eligible. Whatever, but
that part has nothing to do with it. But it's the part of going for it in situations where you just shouldn't be going for it. You are up 2 scores in an NFC title game. You got a team on the road, nonetheless. You've got them on the ropes in their backyard, and you've got a chance to put them away for a chance to go to the Super Bowl, to go up 3 scores instead of 2. That is a big difference to a football team, because I'm telling you, the difference between 3 scores and 2 scores, I go down and score real quick, and then I have a pick 6. Guess what? Now we're tied. But if I'm down by 3 scores, I have a quick score, and then I have a pick 6. Damn, man, we're still fucking down.
yeah,
It's a big difference mentality-wise, being down 2 scores or 3 scores. You've got to take the points in those situations.
yeah. So James Frank is a Cleveland Browns fan, and like he says, when a coach like Dan Campbell is known for taking risk, it is hard to just step back and say, "Hey, let's just take the 3." He says Kevin Stefanski drove him nuts his first year in Cleveland when he would take the points and not go for on 4th down or take the touchdown.
How many Super Bowls has Kevin Stefanski won?
How many Super Bowls has Dan Campbell won?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I believe Dan Campbell's a really good coach. I believe that Kevin Stefanski's a really good coach. I don't believe either one of them will ever win a Super Bowl.
No,